You came because you originally to be an actress. Is that in fact true?
Yes, I actually went to New York first and studied acting. I'm a Meisner trained actor, and I acted in New York. And then I started writing in New York and acting in what I had written. And New York is a hard place to live. So after 4 years, I was getting very like, I need land, I need space. I mean, I grew up in rural Georgia, and at a certain point, and I wasn't finding my people in New York.
Okay.
And I was working in New York, but only in things that I was creating. Because I have a Southern accent. And people kept going, well, get rid of your accent. And I'd be like, well, I can't. I've been working on it, and it's not going.
Oh,
so
wow.
I was like, let me try LA. I'm going to move out there, keep my apartment in New York, just in case I hate it, and just see what happens. So I moved out here as an actress, and I had a couple meetings with some agents. And this one agent goes, yeah, okay, you have a choice to make. I weighed 110 pounds at the time. He said, you need to lose about 10, 15 pounds, or you need to get really fat. You have two choices. You can be the skinny ingenue or the fat best friend.
Wow.
And he said, if I were you, I'd start smoking cigarettes and stop eating lunch. And I went, I'm not sure this is right for me. This is not lining up with my integrity. I've been working on my integrity, and this does not work. Wow. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to focus on writing. And then if acting opportunities come up, I'll do that. So that's what I did. I started writing a lot. And then I was acting in like AFI final projects for a couple people who then hired me for multiple projects. So I would only act for people who I knew I could not do the audition game. It was not for me, because I would be like, oh no, she would be better than me for this role. Oh, you should give it to her.
You should. Yeah, that's not what an actress would do. Oh my gosh. Yeah. You're not going to get any roles if you do that. Okay. So really quick, when you told your family that you were going to move to New York to be an actress, how was it received? Because you're a country girl saying you want to like hit the big city and be famous, basically, because nobody says they want to be an actress to just not ever be on TV. So you knew that you wanted to one day be on TV. How was that received back home?
Well, you know what's interesting? I don't know that now in retrospect and looking back, I remember watching the Academy Awards in Georgia going, I want to be there. But I don't know that I ever thought I want to be there as an actress. I just kept thinking, I want to be there. I want to be with those people. I want to be with that group of people. That was my aspiration. And I think the only way, being from a small town, the only way, the most visual person is an actor. Yeah. So then you think, well, I'm going to be an actor. I didn't even know director, writer. Right. I didn't know any of that until I moved to New York and went, oh, wait a minute.
Lots of opportunities.
There are all these other things.
Jobs,
I mean, nobody did anything like that. However, my mom was a model. She was the highest paid model in Atlanta for about 9 years. She was a model forever.
Wow.
Also, she's from a smaller town than I'm from. Married my dad. They were high school sweethearts and got married. And she worked in a factory that made men's suits and paid my dad's way through a couple of technical school certification programs to be a mechanic. And once he started his auto mechanic business, he said to her, now it's your turn. What do you want to do? I'm working. I'll pay for you to do whatever. So she wanted to go to Barbizon.
Oh, nice.
And be a model. And so he paid for that. And she became a model. And that's a whole big, complicated childhood story. But they divorced. She moved to Atlanta and was, in fact, a model. She moved me to Atlanta with her when I was 7.
So it's not so for you to say, I want to go to New York and be an actress, she was probably like, go ahead, honey, do your best.
Yes. Okay. She was supportive.
Your dad?
My dad was, my dad is so very wise. I lived in Atlanta from 7 to 13. And then at 13, you could choose where you wanted to live.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I did not have a good relationship with my mom. I don't have a relationship with my mom now. And in my opinion, there's a lot of mental illness with my mom.
Mm-hmm.
So at 13, I could choose, and I chose to move back with my dad. And when I moved back, he said to me, you're not going to stay here. You've already lived in the city.
Oh.
You're never going to stay here.
Interesting.
It's never going to hold you. So I'm just waiting for the day when you're telling me you're moving. So he was waiting for it. He never really was like, you're going to be an actor. He was never like that. He was waiting for the day when I was going to launch to the big city.
Got it.
So he was supportive in a very, I don't like this way. Not because I don't like that you're an actor, but I'm
just worried about you and your future kind of way.
I mean, he lived in this town of 1,600 people his entire life. He never lived anywhere else.
Yeah. So New York is like a foreign country.
I'd moved there. I'd never been there. So I was like, I don't know about this Big Apple, but I can't do Atlanta. Atlanta was not my speed.
Okay.
So I was like, I got to find somewhere. I'd started acting in Atlanta, and my teacher in Atlanta said, "You're actually very talented, but you need to train. So you need to go to New York if this is what you want to do." And I was in college, and I was miserable. And I had a lot of really heavy stuff happen in college.
I don't know. I've heard of
super heavy.
Mm-hmm.
With my dad and his wife divorced, and then my dad had a bit of a breakdown, moved in the dorm with me.
Wow.
Oh, that one I did not hear. Okay.
At the same time, this other stuff was happening.
Wow. Okay.
And it was just too much. And I was drinking too much. And I drank so much, I lost my hair. My liver became enlarged. I was in very bad shape. My sorority told me I should go to rehab. I was in bad shape. So I pulled out of college to kind of reset. And my mom was like, "Why don't you take an acting class just for shits and giggles, just to have something to do?
Oh, interesting.
See if you like it, So that's what I did. I did it because I was really lost. And acting wasn't the answer for me. Acting was the catalyst that got me to all of these other things. Acting is what got me into therapy. And I don't know that I would be this today without therapy.
Okay.
I don't think it's possible at all.
Probably not.
And
honestly,
then,
because you need, with all traumatic things that happen in anyone's life, if you don't have a professional to talk to, because your friends can only help so much, like really. And, there's like, they're not trained.
And this was way above most people's pay grade.
Yeah.